After spending a day in the city of Antalya, my plan was to drive west down the coast to the city of Kash, still inside the Antalya province. I got a one-way rental car for this and researched spots to stop along the 3-hour drive, ultimately settling on 3 main ones. For anyone thinking about driving themselves in Turkey, the entire coastal highway they labeled D400 was very well maintained, not crowded, and very often has stunning views. Not a problem at all if you're not worried about driving on cliffsides. However, the city of Antalya, with a metro area of over 1 million people, was pushing the limits of what I felt comfortable driving in. Only maybe 10% of other drivers were what I'd call crazy, but that's definitely enough to keep you on your toes.
Continue straight onto 100-year Bulgari, Files Kopru Kapsagi.
Go right on it.
Onto Dumlupina Bulgari.
Oh, what the hell is this? Bastard child of a multi-way intersection and a traffic circle. The first stop I chose to visit was the Phaselis Ancient City, one of many sets of Greek and Roman ruins along the coast. In addition to having a number of buildings on the town main street among the trees there, it has a fairly complete amphitheater where you can walk around too. The whole park was very popular with swimmers and people having picnics, and the bay was frequently visited by some of the big tourist party boats that go up and down the coast. It's not a very large piece of land, but the trees did get thick off the paths. Does that look like a path? Maybe. This is questionable in the first place. Maybe this is one of those posterity videos. Anybody finds this in the future on top of my remains. I was a stupid American wandering into the woods by myself. You know, one of those things. Where am I? A human made this. They were here within the last 2,000 to 3,000 years, for certain. Have I mentioned how hot it is here? My God. Can you see the sweat dripping off my forehead? And of course, I couldn't resist trying to seek out forgotten areas and private areas where I could go launch the drone. This was basically a perfect example of that. Too bad the fisheye on the GoPro distorts everything. Trust me, this path required hands at times. Okay, we got another one of those videos of just in case someone finds me later. I found this little path, definitely a path. It's like 45 degrees steep, scrambling up the side of the mountain. I dropped the GoPro in the dirt once already. I don't know what's going, but I'm following it. Ugh. See this thing on the ground? There was a whole string of them down there for the super steep part. A little grabbable thing. I don't know where I'm going, but it looks high, and high is good. High means views. I'm definitely wearing the wrong shoes. Oh yeah. Can you see the color of that water? I hope you can. Ooh. Well, if this isn't an ideal drone takeoff point, I don't know what is. The second place I chose to visit is actually already in these shots. See that mountain? Well, it's called either Mount Olympos or Mount Tahtali, depending on who you ask, and it has a cable car. This place is still fairly new, and it of course caters entirely to tourism. Everything is very expensive for Turkey, but it was nice to take a break from walking around, not to mention the huge temperature drop from along the coast. If I hadn't already had paragliding planned for a few days later, I would have tried to do it off the top of this. Not the greatest weather that day, but still an incredible view. Oof. I don't want to be the guy that has to run towards the cliff edge to help him jump off. My third planned stop was a very famous tourism spot called Mount Chimaera, known for eternally burning fires just coming up out of the ground, but I was surprised at how remote it felt when I was actually there. Well, I'm now at what is supposed to be the Chimaera Mountain. It was unexpectedly difficult to get to. I swear I thought I was going the wrong way at least 10 times, and I will not be convinced for sure until I see fire coming out of a rock, which is why we're here, of course. I don't think we're going all the way up there, but it's already been more of a hike than I was expecting it to be. Been going for 5 minutes at this point, just basically straight up steps. These garbage can things have numbers on them. That one says 500. I don't know what they mean. Maybe it's a countdown of some sort. Okay, now I know where there's no giant tour buses. They couldn't get up here. That was like 25 minutes of just straight hiking uphill. Tough. But I found the fire. Flammable area. Also, it's like 95 out already. Do I really need to go find more fire? Also, I'm realizing that I'm not exactly sure where on the ground is good to step. There's no markers or anything. I kind of love it because there's nothing obviously touristy at all here. But I can tell you for sure I shouldn't step on that. Cool. Except not cool. It's really, really, really freaking hot. You know, look around.
Down my walls, you know you got me standing so tall. With your love, ain't gonna fall because you see me right through it all. With your love.
Overall, I was happy with my choices of activities. My favorite part was definitely the hidden steep path at Phaselis. I arrived to Kaş in the evening in time to settle in and check out the downtown a bit. My next videos will be about my 2 days there, where I went scuba diving and sea kayaking, among some other things.